What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Sneaker Homegirls Podcast. I'm Rossetti Gutierrez-Uy.
And I am Maria DiMaggio Hickman. We're two Las Vegas realtors blending real estate, hustle, and sneaker culture all in one place.
If you're into real estate, entrepreneurship, and making big moves, then you're in the right spot.
We're breaking down market trends, sharing behind-the-scenes stories, and giving you game on how to build wealth through real estate.
And of course, we're talking sneakers, culture, and how we stay fresh while handling business.
So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. This is the Sneaker Homegirls Podcast.
Hello, good morning. My name is Rossetti Gutierrez-Uy.
And I am Maria DiMaggio Hickman.
And we are the Sneaker Homegirls.
Welcome, welcome.
Woo! How was your weekend, Maria?
It was very good. We, we played golf
We
we had a lot of fun. We mixed our families together and had a great time on the range. So that was a ton of fun. I wrote an offer, which always makes for a great weekend. Hopefully it gets accepted. And another weekend without cheer. So it was a good one for me. Yeah. How about you?
Weekend was good. I am very sore from golf.
Yeah.
I think your kids are a little more athletic than me because
Me too.
I needed to stretch a little bit, stretch before you golf, but that was a lot of fun. I felt like for the first time we're reaching your 80-degree weathers.
Yes. I love this weather
That
so
is
much.
always good. And then Saturday was date night. I think we went out. I don't even know what we did. Well, we went to the Golden Knights game.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't remember. We went to the
fun.
Golden Knights game, and they do this thing where you score 4 goals and you throw your hat.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that.
No, I did not.
So I grew up in Chicago. I was a big Blackhawks fan. I love hockey. And when they brought the Golden Knights here, I was like a big fan. So it's been a while since I've been to a game. So I forgot that they do this hat trick. So I was like making content, like filming, going like this. And all of a sudden this just hat just like hits me in the head. And I'm just like, what just happened? And then I was like, oh, the hat trick got me.
Oh, when you posted hat trick, I thought you were like talking about an actual hat trick. Like, isn't that a hockey
Everyone
term?
literally threw all their hats, like the whole
I've
stadium.
never seen that before in my
And
life.
then
That is cool.
I guess you can go down to the practice facility and pick up your hat
Oh,
because they collect them all.
They collect them all.
And they go, and I'm like, how do you know if that's your hat?
right? I would probably steal like a better hat than what I had.
And you get a discount for a new hat if you threw your hat.
Oh,
I'm like,
very
how do
cool.
you like confirm you threw your
Yes,
hat?
because why not just say I threw my hat, but I never threw a hat and then
Yeah.
get a discount?
They also do the Golden Knights Foundation does a 51.49 raffle, and I didn't win. But I think the winner went up to like $20,000.
That's amazing. I remember when the president of the Golden Knights was in our office at Galindo Group, he was talking about how a lot of the winners just never come and claim their prize. And so it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, or they'll donate the winner's amount that they won, which is really cool.
Yeah, throughout the game, since it's been such a long time, they give out French fries and Taco Bell, and I'm like scanning all these QR codes, like, wow, this is amazing. But I think just in general, hockey has brought so much family to the city and community to the city. And there was definitely a lot of fans because it was red all over the
Oh, wow.
the stadium.
I have never been to a game. I want to go to a game. I, being from Detroit, I'm a huge Red Wings fan and went to games back in the day. But I heard that like the Knights games are an experience. It's not just like a regular hockey game. Like it's a full-on experience.
Yeah, it is Las Vegas production.
Right.
Like, so it's kind of like hockey on steroids.
Yeah,
I kind of
love
feel
it.
bad for the teams that come here because the whole time they're like, go Knights, go. And they're just like yelling. I'm like, they're like getting beat up down there and they're like, go Knights, go. And they do this other thing where, I don't know if it's a foul or what the process is of it, but they'll be like, shame. And everyone in the stadium is just like, shame, shame,
way.
shame. And I'm like, this poor team is like, losing by 5.
Oh,
I actually think it was the Detroit Red Wings.
was it really?
Saturday,
Oh, my team. They were really good once back in the day, but I don't know.
We'll have to go a lot more.
I would love it. And we get the tickets, so why not, right?
Yeah, right?
Let's take advantage of
Listen
it.
to this, Josh.
Yeah. Josh. Well, this is an exciting time in real estate right now, and I think a lot of people need to hear this. It is time to start getting your house cleaned and ready and start doing little projects to get it on the market. A lot of people will wait until it's the busy season And the more that we talk about it, the more we learn. It's really not a good idea because you're going to have so much competition in your house, with all the other homes that are listed. Now is the time to start getting ready and get it listed. Realtor.com came out with a survey or something that they said that what week in April did you see that is
it was like
the best time?
13th to the 19th.
Okay, so
April 13th to the 19th.
And we're like end of March now.
Yeah.
So if you really want to take full advantage, get the highest dollar for your home, you want to get it listed in the next couple weeks. So, it's something that people don't think about it until the fever's out there and everyone's talking about it. And by then it's too late. You're kind of, you're not ahead of the game. So what do you think about all that? We've been listening to a lot of statistics on listings.
I think that the spring market is always a great time. School's wrapping up, sports are wrapping up, the weather is getting nicer. So what I think is the toughest thing for sellers to do is clean their house and empty out their house. So go look at prices for trash cans and, just order it. If you're thinking about selling and declutter and get rid of all the things that you don't need, because the last thing you want to do is move it.
Yes. And, also you can get a storage unit. That's one of the easiest things. If I go into a house who is like a hoarder or just somebody who likes to keep a lot of stuff, some people just don't want to let go of things. They're either sentimental value or for whatever reason, they don't want to throw it out. Get a storage unit. It doesn't cost that much and it will make your house sell so much faster and much more money. So, don't keep that stuff in the house. People don't want to see that when they're walking through a house.
Well, and buyers can't see outside your stuff. So even though they may be really nice stuff, okay, we're not discrediting your stuff. We just need to remove it because we need the buyer to walk in there and imagine themselves living in the home like it's their home. When you have too much furniture or personal items or, designs or things, it's not that it's bad. It's just, it's not for everyone. And if you want to expose your home for the top dollar and make the most money, you want to cater to many buyers, not just a specific one.
Absolutely. And I think there is like a little bit of taking it personal. Don't take it personal. It's just business. You want to sell your home for top dollar. You want to bring the most amount of people in. Just clean it up, declutter it, and it will. And even like people don't realize painting is not that expensive. And painting itself makes a huge difference when you're going to sell your house. A lot of people, I love color. I remember in one of my homes, we had a black wall and it was really cool and I loved it. But when we went to sell it, we got rid of the black wall because not everybody likes black walls. The more neutral that you can make your home, the easier it's going to be for other buyers to see themselves in that home. So neutralize your home as much as possible.
I think also if you are thinking about selling your home this spring or the winter, you've been contemplating what to do, you want to give yourself some grace. You don't want to say, okay, well, the best time to sell is April 13th or the 19th. I'm going to start April 1st.
Right.
Start now. If you are thinking about it, meet with a mortgage lender first. I can't express that enough. If you're thinking about selling your home, interest rates have changed things. The market has changed. I've seen some horror stories with people where they don't get pre-approved before they sell, and then they sold the house to somebody and then they didn't qualify again, depending on what they am. And it absolutely changes things, but give yourself some grace with that because it does take some work and you're still working in the process unless you're retired.
Yeah. And one of the things I think you probably offer, I know I offer, is we'll come in and we'll give you some pointers, and we've been around, we've seen a lot of listings, we've been in homes, we know what works and what doesn't work. Something, we'll make it as less stressful as possible to get that house ready. But I think it is call somebody in and get a good consultation of what you should be doing. And absolutely, I double take you on getting the pre-approved because I too have had a horror story where a seller just thought that they were going to get approved, no problem.
So sad.
And their house sold and they fortunately they were able to rent, but they weren't able to take advantage of getting into a home too. So,
yeah,
just doing your due diligence and getting ahead of things is so important.
And I think that when you are thinking about selling, you're leaving a lot of memories behind, but you're also you're also creating a door of opportunity for new memories and new stuff and cash out of pocket.
That's always nice.
So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about the market in the last 7 days. So new listings, we're at 1,004. We have 173 back on market. We have 916 price decrease. combined, we have about 800 under contract, 843 under contract, and 665 homes sold in the last week. What do you think about that, Maria?
The price decrease is interesting to me. So is it decreasing because they were priced high to begin with? Is it decreasing because we just don't have as many buyers out there? Like, I'd like to dig into that, because I will say in the last 2 weeks, the contracts that I wrote, we have wrote them under list price. I do see that a lot of homes are being priced high, which again is a warning to you to list with the right person, because most people, when they're listing their house, they want to hear that top dollar number. Of course, it's human nature. You want to get the top dollar. But when you're working with a professional realtor who knows how to do your CMA and make sure that your house is listed right, it's so important, because who cares if your house is listed high if it doesn't sell? Then it's more time on the market. It gets like a little bit of, oh, why is this house still on the market? And then you have to lower the price anyway. So really consult with somebody who knows what they're doing, who knows how to, examine the prices and get you in where you're going to get that house sold and out as soon as possible. Not to where you're losing money, but right at the right price. So that statistic is very interesting to me, why there's so many price increases. Part of me thinks it's because they were listed too high to begin with.
I think I've seen a trend about 700 to 900. 900 is a little high in price decreases, because I think they were never supposed to be priced like that in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think it's sometimes, as a listing agent, you want the sale, right? And
Absolutely.
you want to help them. And maybe you have a 30-day price decrease in the works or things like that. And it can be really tough for sellers to figure out what is best for them. But that's why choosing a good agent that can help you navigate through that, it alleviates a lot of wasted time.
Absolutely.
Which is something that drives me bonkers. And for the sellers out there that are thinking about selling this spring, please hire a professional photographer. Okay. We
no iPhone photos.
No
please.
iPhone photos, no selfie photos, unless you're selling a flip or it's distressed. And for all my flippers out there, there's not many of them because it's the same people buying them. But there is a lot of value taking professional photos.
And it's not
on your
expensive.
house.
It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth doing.
Absolutely.
What about the ones that went under contract? How many?
So we have 843 under contract in the last week.
In the last week. That's good.
Last time I checked, and I can't see it from the screen.
That's up, isn't it?
We were about a little bit. We were about 3.5 months worth of inventory.
Okay.
As the market gets bigger, I think we're transitioning in Las Vegas, a more stable market. Interest rates have been the same for the last 35 months. The Feds didn't decrease.
Right.
So this is our new normal from COVID, from 2021, actually just having a normal market. I don't know what to do.
Which is well, and just like in every year, we're gonna start seeing more houses on the market come the springtime. So that's gonna increase. But this is another reason why to get your house on the market before the flurry of homes get up there, because you want to have a lot of buyers and not as many sellers when you are trying to sell your house. So. And, interest rates are creeping down slowly. We're not going to see a dramatic drop in rates. It's just not going to happen. They're starting to slowly decrease, which is exactly the way it has to happen. We've got to do it in the right way, because if we drop interest rates too much, our home prices are going to skyrocket up and we are going to be in a crazy market. You know where it's happening right now?
Where?
Is in New York.
Oh,
Every single one of my clients in New York is in multi-offers. And they're all starting to do the 20 to 30,000 over list price again. And it's crazy. As soon as a house goes on the market, they have 10 offers. So it's already happening on the East Coast. And, it's going to start coming over here too soon. So we've got to, I understand everybody wants that 4% interest rate, but you got to understand the 6.5, the 6.75. It's a good rate. Be happy with that. We don't want the market to go crazy.
Well, I don't know if it was realtor.com or our local association. They said that the average sales price for single family has gone up I think it was $25,000, just in 1 year.
Right.
And the numbers, because it's all about the numbers, the cost of waiting will be you being priced out.
100%.
And that's a hard reality to face. It's a hard thing to just have a discussion about. And listen, you're either ready or you're not ready, but that's why you connect with the real estate team so they can help you decide what's best for you. And then you can make the money and pay for the mortgage. and pack all the stuff.
We'll help you, maybe.
And we'll sell your house.
Well, also, too, just think about it. Like, okay, you're paying all that rent. It's $25,000 on average, I think, per year people pay in rent. That could be going towards the principal of your house. Like, I just don't understand why people are waiting. It's like, come on, let's do this and I'm not saying it to get a sale, because obviously everyone watching this may already have a real estate agent or somebody that they're going to use. I'm saying it in your best interest. It is in your best interest to get out there and start looking at homes. Get pre-approved and get out there. Rates are not going to go down that much lower. So you're waiting for no reason, but home prices are going to go up.
Something you said made me think that, there's 16,000 realtors here in Las Vegas, and there are a lot of amazing people that you can choose from. And the whole concept of what we're trying to say here is that getting into a home will create financial and generational wealth for you, for your family, no matter who you use as your realtor, okay? And I think something that I encounter a lot since I've been licensed for a little bit now, and most of the people I got licensed with are no longer licensed, is that if you bought a home, then good for you. Right. Like, yes, like, I don't care who you use. Like, please buy a home for yourself, for stability, for a locked-in mortgage rate, for generational wealth, because when the time comes where rents are $200-$300 more, you're going to feel it.
I just had a client this weekend call me because they said they're finally ready to start purchasing a house. Their landlord just raised their rent $250. And this is the second increase in the last 2 years. And they just are like, we just can't keep doing this. And I'm like, yeah, because you are at that landlord's will. Like, whatever they want to charge you, or get out. And who wants to get out? You have your families settled in a house, in a neighborhood. And so I just think it's really important for people to understand that rents are going up. And do you really want to be at the mercy of your landlord when they decide that they want to raise rent? So
yeah, Nevada's a pretty good rental landlord state. States like California have a lot more loose of protection on the landlords.
Oh, like what happened during that fire? What they were doing to people in California?
It's so crazy. Like, I just, I pray for those people because we don't have those problems. Well, I mean, I don't have those problems because I'm not a property manager, but I think the rights to who is able to stay in the home. I heard from one of my referral partners in California, you're allowed to stay in the house for a year.
Without paying?
Without paying.
Wow.
Certain county states, not a realtor in California, but like a year. Wow. That means the landlord has to cover the costs for a year, and just cause. So I hope they never do rent control in Nevada.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Oh my gosh. How do you even especially with the home prices in California, their mortgages are not like $1,300 a month. So that a whole year of not getting income from a house and having to make the payment.
It's wild.
It's terrible.
I have a client right now. Their home is going on the market and it's worth $800,000 to $900,000, and it's 1,000 square feet.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, move to Nevada. It's really fun over here. We have all you can eat sushi and crackhead chicken.
Oh my gosh.
I definitely got sushi this week. I have a problem. Yeah. It's just.
You love your sushi.
I do. And happy hour 3 to 5 is only $21.
For all you can eat?
All you can eat.
Is that place you were saying?
Yep.
Pier 88?
No. It's Jenga.
Jenga.
I'm probably gonna get roasted for this. Like, I don't know how I say it. There's 2 J's and then Jenga. It's off of like Fort Apache near the Southern Hills Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not far from me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well then we'll have to go sometime.
Oh my gosh, we have to
you
go.
Have to.
During happy hour. I was so happy because I took a client there.
You were happy during happy hour?
Yeah. I was like, she's like, oh, well, I just got a happy hour item. And I was like, there's a happy hour here? I'm like, I've been going here all these years and I don't know there's a happy hour. Because I'm working. I don't know.
Yeah. We're trying to make money to pay for the happy hour.
I was just hungry.
I love it. All right. So one of the other things that I thought was interesting that I on that BAM that you got me listening to, let me talk about it.
Shout out to BAM Media.
Shout out. All right. So the government owns 1 million square miles of land, And the Trump administration wants to open up some federal land for sale, which is really cool. They're looking at about 27% that they're going to open up. And 90% of it is on the West Coast and specifically Nevada, which is going to be really cool because we're going to have more land to build on. So I find that really interesting and I'm excited about that. It's needed. We need more land.
It is needed. I'm trying to pull this statistic up because we just had our general membership at LVR. Federal land ownership, and this was from, who did this? Applied Analysis, shout out to them. 80% of the land in Nevada is owned by the federal government. 45% of the land in California is owned by the federal government. I don't know what state this is. Is this Arizona? Is this one Arizona?
Yeah,
this one, right? Okay.
Oh, no, wait. That's New Mexico.
Is that New Mexico?
New Mexico.
Is this one Arizona?
This is Arizona right
Oh, okay. So 32%, I did not do well. 32% of the land in Arizona is owned by the federal government. And in Washington, that's the state, right? Washington.
Yeah.
Okay. 52% is owned by the federal government. And obviously.
Nevada has the most?
Nevada has the most.
Wow, that is really interesting.
And then look, when you see the East Coast, it's like New York is 1%.
And, yeah, that's the concrete jungle you got going on over there. But that makes sense why most of it's going to get opened up in the West because we have the most land on the West. So, yeah, I think that's a really great thing for home ownership, and it's going to open up hopefully some better pricing, some, for first-time home buyers where they'll be able to get into some good homes. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that. That's going to be great.
There's a lot of affordable housing projects that are coming to our city. We are waiting for the approvals of all the permits and things like that. So it's going to be great. Mm-hmm. And it's a good opportunity for buyers out there who have been on the fence for 5 years now.
Yeah, just wait.
The prices just keep going higher.
There will be some things for you guys to purchase for sure. What else is happening? Let me think. That BAM podcast today was really good, though. I enjoyed everything that I was listening to. He makes a lot of sense. He talked about Las Vegas kind of being a standout city of all the cities out there when it comes to real estate. So shout out Las Vegas. We are being talked about on a national level,
famous.
which is really cool. We are famous.
And we don't live in hotels.
And we're not strippers.
And we don't drive limos.
And we don't
to
gamble.
work.
Well, I don't gamble. You gamble.
I gamble.
I don't gamble.
I sports bet. Let's rephrase that.
Okay.
March Madness. It was a great weekend this weekend.
How'd you do?
We made $1,600.
Wow.
Yeah.
Out of $2.
Out of $2.
She started with $2.
Out of $2.
People. That doesn't happen though all the time.
No,
So
it does not. No, it's not. And there were a lot of roller coaster emotions during that process. I highly do not recommend. And there's probably a hotline for gambling if you're gambling too much.
That's cool though. I love that. So who do you guys have picked to win it all?
I don't know. I gotta look at the board at the house.
See,
we have this whole organized
gosh,
sheet.
I love
Okay,
it.
like the whiteboard. I get explanations of things. Like that's how this works.
I love it.
But normally, which we kind of talked about a little bit, we like the colors.
That's what my bank did a bracket and I joined it and I literally picked like out of each team's, two, I picked the one of my favorite color all the way. I think I have Duke and I forget the other person. I think it's like a purplish color. It was blue and purple were the ones I picked.
I know that we bet Alabama and Creighton. Shout out to Creighton. I think they lost, but and then we also I think we bet on Florida. I don't know. There were so many games.
Oh, he did say Gators.
Yeah. There were a lot of games.
Yeah.
But the most exciting thing about all of this, which has nothing to do with it, is that baseball starts on Friday, and that is my bread and butter. So I'm really excited about
I'm
that.
happy for you. I'm just sitting here waiting for football to start.
Basketball's got too many games.
I know.
I'm like, there's like 30 freaking games one day. Like, I'm already stressed in real estate. You want me to watch all these games every day?
March Madness is madness.
Yeah.
Oh, but did you watch the NCAA wrestling tournament?
No.
Oh my gosh. It was amazing. So the one guy is from Minnesota and he was a golden, what do you call it? Olympic medal winner, right? And he has played professional football. He has did WWE. He's done all these things. This guy is like just acclaimed for his profession, just gone above and beyond. and he was wrestling this kid. Oh, why can't I remember the name? Oh, Oklahoma State wrestler. And he was not the favored one, the Oklahoma State one. Well, anyway, they're going at it, and they're like close. Right at the very end with like 17 seconds left, the Oklahoma kid just takes over, and I don't understand wrestling terms, but he won the match.
Oh, really? Wow.
And the guy in the
underdog.
Yes, the underdog won. And I thought it was kind of funny because the guy from Minnesota, he was like talking a bunch of crap in the beginning of the match. And like in wrestling, real wrestling, you don't do that. It's an honorable sport. You shake hands, you're respectful. And he was out there talking a whole bunch of smack, and then he lost. So I was like, that's what you get.
That's why you got to be a good sport. Well, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Sneaker Homegirls. I always want to say head. Sneakerhead. We like shoes. Maria actually bought 6 pairs of shoes.
I know. I just love them. They're so comfortable. You guys, shout out to Converse Platinum or Platform. It has to be the Platform because the other ones are not as comfortable. But Converse, if you want to sponsor our podcast, we will wear every shoe and show them every single podcast.
We are here for it.
Totally.
We may have followed you on social media and liked all your posts.
Thanks for joining in, guys.
And see you next week.
Peace out.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Sneaker Homegirls Podcast.
We appreciate you for tapping in and rocking with us. Real estate, hustle, and sneakers. That's what we do.
If you got value from this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Also, follow us on Instagram at The Sneaker Homegirls for behind-the-scenes content, market updates, and of course, sneaker drops.
Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like us to cover next. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep hustling, stay fresh, and we'll catch you on the next episode.